Hey everybody, TheGamingGuru51 here, and welcome to a very special video. As of today, we are celebrating 8 years of TheGamingGuru51 on YouTube. And when you really come to think about the last 8 years, I did this when I was a junior in high school, and now I'm 24 years old, I'm married, and I've grown so much as a person since then. I don't know if I would be who I am today if it wasn't for making videos on this channel. I honestly did not think I would be making videos for this long, and it's just really sentimental to me at this point. I will always remember the joys, the fun, and not only that, the friends I've made from making this channel. I'm going to try to keep this very focused and brief. I'm going to try not to ramble on too much here because there's a lot to talk about. Usually when I make these kind of videos, I like to discuss the projects that I was working on during the last year and kind of give my brief overview of how I thought the projects went and everything like that, coming back to them from a year later. So starting off, we were working on Banjo-Tooie Blind at the start of 2018, or at least when my 7-year anniversary was around, but I didn't make a video on that. I loved Banjo-Tooie, and I certainly loved Banjo-Kazooie, but I really enjoyed Tooie. As much as struggling as I was during that game, I got lost a lot. It was kind of overwhelming to play that game compared to Banjo-Kazooie, because Banjo-Kazooie was pretty small world compared to Tooie. Tooie had huge worlds, and there was a lot of backtracking and everything like that. But overall, I felt so happy when I finished a world. It was so rewarding. And that to me is why Banjo-Tooie, to me, is slightly better than Kazooie. Not doubting Kazooie at all, because Banjo-Kazooie is a masterpiece and it's highly well known for that. But I really love the charm of Tooie compared to the first game though. That is also when I started doing streams. I was doing Catherine at the time, and that was my first stream game that I uploaded to the channel as a full playthrough. And I really enjoyed that, and it's unfortunate that I kind of went down on the streaming after that point. I've been trying so hard to get myself back into streaming, but with everything that was going on back then, I just didn't have the time to really keep a straight schedule, and I'm hoping to change that in the future. I'm not gonna make any promises, but I'm gonna try my best to be a little bit more organized with how I plan out streaming and everything like that. Then our next Let's Play was Donkey Kong Country 2 Diddy's Conquest. I actually did a full 102% completion, and the reason why I did this Let's Play was not only because I wanted to play the game, but it was also because when I did the run-through many years ago, it wasn't 100% or 102%, and I feel like I had to make a Let's Play that completed the game. It's one of my favorite games of all time, and not having a series that fully completed it was just a crime for me. So that is why I pretty much played that game on the channel at that time, but also because I really wanted to play the game. Then we moved on to Superstar Saga, and this was at a point where I was playing Superstar Saga quite a lot. I did it for the Let's Play Brigade, like a race. I played the game before that to kind of get myself a little feel of the game because I haven't played it in so long. But when I did the Let's Play, it was my 3rd playthrough in like less than a year. And I'm not sure if you guys noticed, and I was trying hopefully not to have people notice, but I kind of got burnt out at the end. And it was a while before I even recorded the finale because I just didn't want to play the game anymore, because I'd played it so much. But it's still one of my favorite handheld games of all time, but at the time I was just kind of burnt down on it because I had played it so much. I'm going to try not to do that so much. I usually like to do one playthrough just to get myself a feel of the game, like months before I even think about doing it as a Let's Play or even record it at all, and then record it months later so I'm not so burnt out. But I'll try better at that one as well. Then we went to Pikmin, and I really was scared to play the first Pikmin game because I love Pikmin 2 a little bit more. But I had more fun than I expected playing the first game again, because when I first beaten Pikmin 1 100%, I was not good at the game. I lost a lot of Pikmin. I didn't really plan out what I was going to do. I didn't really use my time effectively. But in this Let's Play, I felt like I did really well, and that makes me happy to know that I did good, and that's just how that is. It was a lot of fun. Then we move on to the Pokemon Yellow randomizer. Well, before that, I guess we do have to discuss Mother 3, which is currently the Let's Play that's going on at the moment. And I love Mother 3. Like, more than I did Earthbound at the moment. There's a lot of things that I love about Mother 3. And just the way that the story is presented to you. And even the animations on the Game Boy Advance. I keep saying this over and over, but I have to reiterate again that the animation or the graphics of that game is unprecedented to any other game I've ever played. And I see why people really want this game to be localized and like brought to like a new like virtual console per se. And I'm hoping that one day we do get that. I haven't finished the game yet. I don't even know how far we are. We're in chapter 7 as of this recording of this video. But I'm hoping that it gets localized, because based on what I've played already, I'm already in love with the game, and even the Mother series as a whole. It's just so good. And then we move on to, I believe, the last Let's Play that was completed before the anniversary was the Pokemon Yellow Randomizer Nuzlocke. And at that time, I haven't never done a Nuzlocke on the channel before, and I really want to try one just to see if I can do it, you know? Kind of do the basic rules. I guess starting with Gen 1 was a good idea because it wasn't really that difficult. We had some major deaths in that game, but I was having a blast. Every time I recorded that game, I just wanted to record more. And knowing what I know of Gen 1 because I've played it so much, it was pretty easy to do it. Because I know so much about Gen 1 because I played it a lot. I definitely want to do more in the future, so expect that on the channel later on. I'll probably end up going through all the gens. I haven't done a full-on Gen 4 Let's Play yet. I don't really have a capture card or any way to record that, but I want to do it. Don't know when that's going to happen, but I'm trying to plan stuff for the very distant future, and hopefully those plans come together at some point in my lifetime. And the thing, around that time, I was also doing some Pokemon TCG content. I was opening some booster boxes and doing all this stuff, and I want to do more of that. I haven't had the money lately to get booster boxes because they're pretty expensive, and just with everything that was going on over the last few months, or even the last year, I just did not have the funds to really do anything outside of basic living essentials. So hopefully with my financials in track now, we can do more variety on the channel. And hopefully that... I don't even know I completely lost my train of thought here. This is completely unscripted or anything. I just kind of have a list of things to talk about. But I'm hoping that I could do more variety on the channel and not just Let's Plays. That is the goal for this year, by the way, of this anniversary from now until 2020. Whew, don't want to think about that yet. But I want to do more variety. Whether it's more streams or doing new types of videos that involve video games or whatever. I'm going to try. I'm not going to make any promises, but I'm going to try to have more variety going on, where I'm not just doing Let's Plays. I will be doing them. They're still going to be my main form of content, but I've done them for so long now, it feels like now it's time to kind of branch out and see what else I can do to make it more exciting on the channel. But now that we've discussed all the projects that I've done, and they were super fun, this is the time where I start going over the people I like to thank, because there were a lot of people that influenced me, helped me out, gave me ideas, and just overall been a huge supporter of the channel since its start. And what better way to start than by thanking my wife, Brianna, or just Bree Hall, as she calls herself on YouTube. And she is my biggest supporter. She is my biggest fan, and I can't thank her enough for what she's done since we've gotten together. I don't even know if I would be the same person today if she wasn't around. I can't even imagine what life would be like without her. And she has been through all of the hard times where I just didn't want to record or anything, but she kept pushing me to do so. And I was having a lot of fun, turns out, after all the recordings were done. And I tell her about my ideas, and even though she doesn't know the games that I'm talking about or anything like that, she's still supportive. She gives me a lot of advice when it comes to games and whatever. And I just have to thank her for everything she's done, because I don't know. Honestly, I don't even know if I would still be doing this if I wasn't with her. So, Brianna, if you're watching this video, thank you, and I love you to death. Whew. Anyway, now we're moving on to Neo Darkrai TV, or, actually, no. It's your pal, Ral, now. Ha! I got it. So if you're watching this video, which I know you are, I got you. My friend Ralph. He's one of my absolute best friends that I've ever made, and he is the person I can actually talk to about video games that we have an idea of. Like, we both know games very well. We bounce ideas back and forth. He's also one of my co-hosts, I guess, on the Let's Play Brigade, and just even from that channel alone is just so much fun. And him and I have a lot of fun together, and even though I've moved away from my hometown where he's currently at, we still talk every day. We still bounce ideas off around back and forth. And so, Ralph, if you're watching this, I thank you from the bottom of my heart, because you have helped me in ways that I didn't even know. And if it wasn't for you, I don't even think I would be making videos to this day, because you started making videos first. So, good sir, I appreciate it, and thank you so much. Then we're going to move on to Salamence100, or Rob, or in this, I guess he's Salamence. Wow, everyone's changing names, man. And I'm still here with the same old name. Anyway, Rob, if you're watching this, I gotta stop saying that. I thank you from the bottom of my heart as well. You are also one of my dear best friends. I mean, God, you even stayed with me at my house over the last year. I don't know, was it over the last year or the year before? I don't remember. But you also bounce out ideas around back and forth. We have our little group chat on Facebook that we talk a lot in. And just like Ralph, I also talk to you every day. And you've certainly given me quite a bit of advice since starting the channel, since we met many, many years ago. I actually don't even remember how long it's been at this point, because it's been so long. But Rob, he has done a lot for me on the channel. He has been around for multiple projects, as well as the Let's Play Brigade. So, I thank you from the bottom of my heart, because you certainly have done a lot for me since we met. Then we're going to move on to Matt, or MTM558, also one of my closest friends. Yeah, basically everyone on this list is one of my closest friends. Matt, I know we don't really get to talk very much anymore, but I certainly thank you for being a part of my life and being a part of several of the projects that I've done in terms of Mario Party content, because I honestly think the Mario Party videos I've done were certainly the funniest content I've ever put out on the channel, because of just this crazy shenanigans that we get ourselves into. So he's also one of my closest friends again, and we have a lot of fun whenever we get together and just play games, because he's all about it. He is so ready to record Mario Party the moment I mention it, and he's like, let's go! And thanks for also eating the mic in several of my videos. Now we're going to move on to Matt Osborne. I don't really get to talk to him much anymore, but I know that when we do talk, it's like we have talked for many, many years. And it's just, when I do get to talk to him, it's kind of refreshing for me, because we always have stuff to talk about, even when we don't talk. And it's not like we've fallen out. It's just, I know this life gets busy and all of that. So Matt, if you're watching this, thank you so much for everything you've done, and you've certainly been a huge help, more than you can ever realize, since we've met. Then we're going to move on to other mentions. NoobKiller740, or Bryant. I haven't talked to him in a while, but he's also been a huge influencer on the channel, helping me out in many cases. And if I've forgotten any names, I do apologize. I also want to thank all the people that are watching, just in general, like the viewers. Thank you guys so very much for watching all my videos. I did not expect me to even be where I am right now. I'm at almost 3,000 subscribers, or like 2,700, or something like that. I haven't actually checked in a hot minute. But thank you guys so very much for watching all of my videos. It has been a huge appreciation. At this point, I do this for a hobby, and I don't really do it for the money, but it's just something I like to do. And just the fact that people watch it all is, it's crazy to think that. Because I, honestly, at this point of doing it for this long, I still don't think I'm that funny or that great. But, you know, that's just me being myself, being the hardest critic I've ever known. So, thank you guys so very much for watching all my videos. It really has been a huge pleasure. I don't see myself stopping anytime soon. I plan to keep this going for as long as I possibly can, until I just flat out can't do it anymore for whatever reason. But we're going to keep this going. I still have plenty of projects left to go, and hopefully we can last another 7 or 8 years. Whew. Don't even want to think about that, because then I'll just be old, and I don't want to be old yet. Now I want to mention some Let's Players that have been a huge influence for me in terms of like people I watch. I don't really watch them as much anymore. Oddly enough, I don't watch a lot of like Let's Play style videos anymore. But I do sometimes, and I want to give a note to those people. Chugga Conroy, Nintendo Capri Sun, Proton John. Even though I don't really watch those kind of videos anymore, I do sometimes. They were one of the reasons why I started making videos, in addition to Ralph buying himself a capture card to do videos, because I've watched them a lot growing up, and still this day, I'll catch a video of them every now and again in one of Proton John's streams or whatever. But they were honestly one of the reasons why I started making videos, and I have to give them credit for that. So thank you guys so very much. I know you guys won't be watching this or anything, but just know that you've made another viewer make videos because of you guys. There's Lucajin, Masayanella. I watch a lot of their content too. They were also very helpful in terms of just making videos, kind of getting like my style, and they're hilarious. If you haven't watched a Lucajin video or a stream, whatever, you got to. They're just hilarious. But I'm hoping I didn't really forget anything, and if I have forgotten you, I apologize. I'm just doing this as I'm like waking up basically, and I just kind of wanted to say all my stuff because honestly, I did not expect tomorrow or today to be the 8-year anniversary, because I was checking on when this channel was created. I'm like, oh man, I gotta make a video on this. So here's just my quick little video explaining everything, and I hope you guys enjoyed it, in me just kind of talking about nonsense and not really having an idea of what's, you know, my usual style. You know, I just kind of say things out of the blue, and yeah. So I guess when I'm just starting to slow myself down here, we're gonna end this video off here. I hope you guys enjoyed, and here's to another 8 years of making videos. So I guess thank you guys so very much for watching yet again, and I'll see you guys then.